Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly. So glad you guys are here. Again, we're in our temporary situation. This is what I would refer to as day 8 of the hostage situation, which means I am dealing with a broken ankle, which sounds like I'm minimizing it, frankly. It's broken in several different places. Clean through, not even fractured, like splintered, no, just like broken. I go in for surgery in a couple days. Today I am leaving the house for the second time in the last 8 days. My husband's got a performance and so he doesn't like it when I'm not there, which is very sweet, but I get to go too. So today, enough of the intro. Hi, like and subscribe. Today, I'm using the new Natasha Denona travel kit that she came out with, travel brush set and makeup pouch. This is not free, but it is a nice, supple leather that I'm guessing it's real leather. It says Natasha Denona on one side and kind of raised black lettering. It does have this ink blotch splot type pattern that she did with her My Dream palette. It's like a set. I didn't buy the blush in this kit because frankly I have a lot of Natasha Denona blushes and I just feel like I didn't need any more. I did buy the lipstick. I don't know where it is. I'm guessing it's in a purse, but I don't have access to it right now. Because of my broken leg, I'm very, very limited mobility. I can't put any weight on it at all. And all of my makeup, vast collection, is down 2 flights of stairs. And well, it's down like a short flight and then a landing and then another to get downstairs. Anyway, there's no way for me to get down there easily. I was able to, with my husband's assistance yesterday, make it down there and grab, it was like just like a shop my stash money grab of all the stuff that I thought I could use to film with and things that I had purchased but I had to film with, and I'm just kind of in my makeshift filming studio, which is to say my home office, and I'm in front of a natural light window. So if the light comes and goes, sorry. It's maybe a little brighter than I normally have like my studio lights, but there's nothing that I can do about it. It's overcast today, so I don't think we're gonna lose sun in and out of clouds. I think this is gonna be what it is for the next little bit that we're together. Okay, so this Natasha Denona palette, or the Natasha Denona travel kit, let me tell you how much this is. I feel like, I don't remember if I don't think I had a coupon for this. Sometimes she'll do early release or pre-order discounts and coupons, and I don't think I used one on this. She did just launch her I Need a Rouge lip collection. This will go up, so I'm filming this on Saturday. I'm gonna bump Monday's video and we'll just move that one back, so this will go up on Monday just in case you were at all interested. So the travel brush set and makeup pouch, I'm looking at natashadenona.com for the whole thing, $139. This is not free, not cheap. Hopefully you have it forever. I do feel like this is a large pouch makeup set. So we're gonna populate it with some of the products that I'm gonna use today. These are the brushes. What did I feel like? Oh, there's another one. So these are brushes. There's like 3 handles, but it's a total of 6 brushes. So we're gonna use those today. How are you guys doing? Everybody good? Oh, can't drop stuff. If I drop stuff, it's gonna be gone. Okay, so these are the brushes. Looks like you have a dual-ended, maybe like a blush / powder brush. We've got kind of a dome tapered end blending brush. We've got like a little pencil brush. We've got like a flat, I would almost call this like a flat applicator brush or a smudger brush, and then another maybe like crease brush. So 6 brushes pretty much, for me anyway, gets me a full face of makeup. Not necessarily a day of filming where I go through multiple sets. We'll just see how we do. This is the inside of the pouch. So you've got, or the makeup set here. You've got this envelope sleeve right here in a plastic canvas. I think it's canvas. It's like a plastic coated canvas, maybe. And then you have a clear zippered pouch in the middle. And then you have this section over here where if you snap these down like that, that should hold my brushes. So we'll put them in here when we're done using them and kind of see how it goes. All right, you guys even remotely interested in this? I thought it was really beautiful. When I heard that she was launching something, I was like, oh, Valentine's Day release? Apparently not. I think I don't know if the I Need a Rouge lips that she just launched is gonna be the only thing she's doing, or if she's gonna do a palette with it too. I think I've gotten just about every release that she's come up with. I used a little bit of the Kosas concealer right now, just in case that is of interest to you. I'll try to tell you what I've got on my face. I already did put on one of her primers. This is the lifting primer. Feeling a little saggy these days. So I'm gonna tuck that in. We're just gonna see. We're gonna see if all this stuff fits in here. And instead of using her brushes, I'm just gonna use a little sponge here to kind of distribute this. I know there's like do's and don'ts. I need more of that. There's do's and don'ts on when you put on concealer. I find that if I conceal first, I tend to wear less foundation, and I don't really like to be like overly made up. I'm gonna be in some natural light today, but also inside. I'm hoping it'll be softer light inside than the severe stuff that I'm getting right now, but I don't plan on moving too much once I get situated. Where my husband's band's playing in a tasting room today for a winery. We do a lot of wineries. It's a big winery band, which is a lot of fun. That there's wineries that like classic rock covers. We're very excited about that. And in fact, I should tell you guys this. If you don't follow them, if you're on Facebook, go to Whiskey Trail with no E, WHISKY TRAIL, so Whiskey Trail. So facebook.com/Whiskey Trail will get you there. Also, Whiskey Trail, is it whiskeytrailband.com? Instagram, also Whiskey Trail Band. You're under no obligation, but if you're at all interested in what kind of like my side hobby is, my other side hobby, that would be a good way to see. I want to put some lip balm on. This is a Estee Lauder one. I realize that as I'm talking, I didn't put that on after I got myself cleaned up this morning. Okay, I'm gonna use her Face Glow foundation, and I'm also not going to use the brushes because I feel like there isn't really a good cream liquid brush in here, so that might be something I add on. This Face Glow foundation is pretty glowy. A lot of her face products are pretty glowy, and this sponge is not damp enough, unfortunately. So if you don't like glowy products, you know, this is not the one. She has matte ones, and this just happens to be the one that I grabbed because I knew I was gonna do a Natasha and Denona video. I didn't grab everything that I needed. In addition to the lip, like I have the lip liner that came with the palette. I don't know where the lipstick is. It's somewhere. Probably hiding with my Tati palette that I still haven't found. I am using shade 40, which tends to be my winter shade. I also like 45 in the summer. Again, I tend to have light, medium, neutral skin tone. I'm a lady of a certain age. I'm also not a makeup artist. You guys haven't heard that before. If you're new here, hi. I do hope you consider sticking around. You guys, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what are your top pet peeves with beauty YouTube, with the YouTube space out there. One of mine, just to get you guys started, is I don't have enough application videos. I love application videos, and not that I personally don't have any, but I started going to YouTube in the beauty space to look for application videos. And reviews are good and all, like I don't mind reviews. I like to see women that are like me, ladies of a certain age, not makeup artists, doing the best they can with what they have, not filter heavy Instagram models, TikTok superstars. That's not reality for me. And being a lady of a certain age, we have a different set of issues, right? We have a different set of challenges than some of the younger set. Nothing wrong with them, no shade to them. I'm slightly jealous, but anyway, I've got a Pat McGrath under eye powder. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this and do a little, I don't normally set down my under eyes because frankly I don't like anything kind of sitting in there. However, this one isn't quite so bad. It's not as difficult to use. Okay. I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't bring that, that I couldn't find that other lipstick. I'm gonna go back into, you guys have seen me use this recently quite a bit. This is the Live Tinted contour stick. It's actually a tinted, what do they call it? A hue stick, I think. And this is in the shade Grounded. I tried to find it the other day on Amazon because I was gonna link it in another video, and I couldn't find it. Do I wanna use this brush? It's fine. Well, that's fine. Anyway, I intended to link it and then I couldn't find it because I think it had sold out on Amazon. I need to get back on Amazon's little affiliate thing where if you guys use the links, then I get some sort of credit for it. I think you can find it at Ulta. I think I was looking at Ulta and I went, oh wait, do they have even the shade that I'm looking for? I think they did. I'm gonna throw a little bit more in here. This product is ridiculously fast to distribute. So I know there's a bunch out there that are like the double-ended ones. KKW had one of my favorites of all time. The NYX, I think their little double-ended contour stick, I felt like, if I recall, was too firm. I've decluttered all the ones that I have. I've been very tempted to go find another one. All right, I grabbed, in my quest to grab Natasha Denona products, I grabbed 3 different blush palettes. These 2 are duos. There's a Cupid cheek palette, and then there's the Love cheek palette. I think these represent the last 2 years of Valentine's Day. I'm gonna grab the Love Glow palette though, because I think this darker shade right here is the one I'm gonna wanna use. So I'm gonna use her, I just used that cream bronzer type contour thing with this brush. So I'm gonna also use this brush, and I'm gonna go into the darkest shade in here, which is called Glow Cream Base, I guess. So we'll put the base on, and then we'll top it with some of the other stuff. It was either this one or the Bloom palette that I was gonna grab, and I'm probably close to the end of the lifespan on that one, because I think I've had it since it came out. Not much to tell you on the news front. If you watched my Saturday video, I'll try to link it down below, kind of just sort of bringing you up to speed on my broken leg. And today, it's not as much anvil tied to my leg, but it is feeling like it's on fire. So I laugh, but it's like I don't know what else to do. And my face is looking a little puffy. I think the morphine that I've been taking at night is doing that. Try not to take it, but the previous night I really didn't sleep very well, so I was trying to be kind of preemptive. And I did sleep, I just didn't want to get up this morning. So, not that I was groggy, but that my leg was finally in a comfortable place, and it didn't hurt as much, which was a nice change. Okay, I'm gonna flip the brush over, and I want to go into one of these other glow, I'm trying to think of what I'm wearing here. It's kind of like a dusty, super light sage green kind of color. I think I'm gonna have to use this pink right here. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of it. I flipped the brush over. And because these products are so glowy, I have to make sure to keep them out of my crow's feet. But they make beautiful toppers over the glow base. And we're just gonna hope that this gives me enough coverage. I feel, because of the way I've got an open window here and an open window in front of me, I wonder if I close this. Yeah, that looks a little bit more balanced, doesn't it? And the color's a little bit more. I mean, I still have this light above me that's throwing me off. I grabbed another little portable light when I was trying to frantically grab the stuff that I was gonna need to film with. I don't know where it is. My desk, my work desk is a little bit of a mess right now. I had to grab a bunch of stuff and relocate it into an area where I had to be able to do some work. Okay, you guys, so we're gonna throw that palette in here. I'm putting things in as we go, because I wanna see, I don't know how much it'll hold. Because that's kind of the thing is, you know, if you're thinking about traveling, will this hold the stuff that you need to travel with? All right, I haven't used this palette in a fat minute. I was going to take this to Hawaii with me on my work trip, and then I had to cancel my work trip. I think I'm gonna do something a little cool, toned, with maybe a pop of one of these purples here. So I'm gonna start with this shade right here, which is like a taupe neutral. Not cool, not warm. I do have a little of the Thrive Cosmetics 360-degree eye lift on my eyes right now, but I did not set it with anything else, and it is a translucent eyeshadow base, eyeshadow primer. I'm trying to remember, I've ordered a couple things, fog ordering is what we'll call it. I've ordered a couple things recently, and I'm trying to remember if I ordered a waterproof mascara. I felt like I needed one lately. I think I'm becoming more familiar with waterproof products, just because I have a problem with my eyes leaking, especially when I'm filming. Hello, husband. There's my husband. He's my hero. He's been taking very, very good care of me. He may or may not have come in here in his underwear. Sorry, you guys. I feel like that shade turned up a little bit warmer on my eye. I'm going to use the blending brush over here, and we'll just kind of shear it out a little bit. I don't remember what I was talking about. He distracted me. So he does that. So yeah, my face is looking a little bit puffy. I was doing so good, you guys. I lost 7 pounds. I had like 56 more to go. I was well on my way. I was using the program and it said, oh yeah, you'll be at your goal weight by August 1st. And I was like, yes, this is, hi Zeus. Zeus just came in. That tail, I mean, belongs to me, but that's Zeus. It's the thing about filming upstairs too, is I didn't close the door before I came in here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I mentioned the part about not being a professional YouTuber, correct? All right, so we have that little transition shade in here. Again, I had packed this to take it to Hawaii with me because I was going to Hawaii for work, but I wanted the flexibility of, you know, being able to kind of doctor it up a little bit, not just being all like matte brown, which tends to be a lot of my work colors. I'm just deepening up that crease with that same shade, which is called Nurture. Right, I think that's a good start here. There's a duochrome in here, but I think it'll be a bit much for today. I'm gonna go into the shade called Serenity, which is another like taupey, sorry, I don't mean to glare you guys here. This shade right here is kind of like a taupe, not the one I'm touching, but the one I'm pointing at, is like a taupey shimmer. So I'm gonna flip that brush over. Again, it's still using the brushes that came in her little travel kit here. And I'm gonna apply this all over my lid. I'm just gonna do a simple look today. I don't need to go overboard. And we'll just do this side to match it up a little bit. I apologize if there's like a fan noise in the back. My heater's on because it's, you know, January. And I do live in Washington State, if you guys aren't familiar with where I'm from. And there's a heat register right next to those, well, you can't see them, but there's file cabinets right here because it's my office, and it's right next to that, and it just seems like it's nonstop, and it's been so loud. I don't hear it in my bedroom quite as much. And in the summer, my AC unit is right outside this window, so I get a lot of background fan noises because of that too. Sorry, we'll just call it white noise. All right, that's really pretty. I feel like I want a little bit of something right over the center of it. I think I'm gonna use Thrill. Thrill seems to be shifting colors slightly on me. Oh, thank you. We're just gonna put a little of that right on the center. I don't know if he thinks that we can't see him, but that's Virgil, that's my husband. He's ready to go to a town. I think it's about, I don't know, 45 minutes away for his performance today, and then he performs again tomorrow too. We've been getting phone calls, and this is where I was going when I was telling you guys about his Facebook, the Facebook page. We've been getting a lot of, not a lot, but a few queries from pubs and venues and stuff, wineries out of town, and I've already booked three different venues away from where we live, and they want more too. I'm just like, guys don't really want to travel all that much, like that, not that far, because the band travels within like north central Washington, so up to the Canadian border, and kind of, you know, east to west a little bit, but not really all that much. I mean, these are your guys that have regular jobs too. I'm gonna go into her cream to powder formula, which is right here in this palette called Edgy, and I'm gonna use her pencil brush to pick it up. So the guys do some traveling, but I mean, we're talking like an hour away, and I booked a show yesterday that is going to be almost 4 hours away, one direction. So I kind of feel bad because I sort of say, well, it's gonna cost you this much, and some of these venues are like, okay. I don't know if that means that, you know, we're under charging, which I wouldn't have thought, because I mean, I know what some of the other musicians make. We actually had a request to do a wedding reception in Duluth. And at the time, I think I looked at airfare and it was gonna be like $1,200 to fly out there. I'm like, well, we're gonna have to factor in travel costs into our quote then. I didn't hear back from her after that. So anyway, these guys all have like regular jobs, and then they do this for fun. Kind of like, you know, me with YouTube. I have a regular job, and I do this for fun. And then I also do I call myself a shenanigans coordinator, just because I don't want the guys to feel threatened if I say manager, but I'm facilitator. I'm a facilitator for a lot of things. But I do all their scheduling. I guess that kind of makes me a little bit of a gatekeeper. Do their website, their social media, which is, I was asking some of the, I asked one of the venues yesterday that was, I said, how did you guys find out about us? And they said, oh, Facebook. If you don't think anybody uses Facebook anymore, you're sorely mistaken. All right. I haven't used this palette in a little bit because I've been distracted by other stuff, but it is such a great solid. To me, it's an everyday palette because there's shades in here that I can literally use every day. And then you've got this really special multi-chrome here, which makes it a beautiful date night palette. I'm gonna grab one more shade here. It's called Aspiration. I'm gonna grab that on the side of the smudger brush. And I just wanna kind of deepen up that cream to powder formula just a little bit more, give it a little bit more depth without using the black. I was gonna use one of her tech eyeliners because I brought up 2 of them. I don't know where the third one is. You should have 3. I think I've got the brown one and the plum one. I don't know where the black one is. I know I have it somewhere. Again, it's gonna be downstairs somewhere where I don't have access to it. Okay, I think that looks all right. I almost feel like I want to go a little bit. I did grab my Sigma switch there. I'm going to go into, you know what, I'm going to go back into Nurture, which is this taupe shade right here on the clean side of my brush. And I'm going to use this to just kind of soften this a little bit underneath. Again, probably putting too much effort into just going out in public, but that's all right. I feel like I could use a little bit more blush, but I like to overabuse blush. Let me throw this into the little travel set. Brushes I think are fine. Yeah, I mean they're good. I'm gonna keep this one out because I want to put on some face powder. I'm gonna use my Sigma switch to kind of try to sort of clean out this brush a little bit. I do have a smaller travel size of a Sigma switch, but I left that one downstairs when I grabbed my larger one. I mean, using the switch didn't clean it off entirely, but I don't feel like I would get a ton of transfer at this point, so we're gonna put that in here. And I feel like there's room for more than just the brushes that you have, which is good. And then this is the blending brush. I don't feel like I need to do a ton of more blending. I think I'm in pretty good shape. Didn't use anything on the inner corner. Maybe I'll grab the highlighter from that blush palette. I'm gonna try to clean off the pencil end of this brush. Let me go grab the highlighter from in here. So this was the Love Glow cheek palette that I used. And I'm gonna grab this lighter one. It looks like it's barely been used. It just takes a while to cut through it here. I'll put a little of that right there. Yeah, that works. A little bit of a brightener. Looks like I haven't been sleeping on the couch for a week. Shh, been sleeping on the couch for a week. Got a few more weeks of sleeping on the couch. I'm not gonna try to go downstairs and sleep downstairs until I get my cast on, which is gonna be in a couple more weeks. I'm distracted. I'm gonna use the Tower 28 mascara. I don't remember if Natasha Denona has a mascara. I don't recall. I don't think so. I actually busted into the Pat McGrath one yesterday. Friday, my video was Shop My Stash with Pat McGrath, while all my Pat McGrath stuff, other than that face powder, that under eye powder that I just brought up. And I don't know that I brought anything else up from Pat McGrath. Maybe, I think I have a foundation actually, now that I think about it. But everything else is still downstairs. And when I was downstairs, I didn't want to come back upstairs until my husband got home. He had to run into work. So I went downstairs. I had washed my hair earlier, so I was able to sit on my regular makeup table, dry my hair, kind of get stuff, I don't know, tossed into a bag so that he could drag it upstairs for me. I literally had to like push myself up, stair at a time on my butt with one leg elevated. I'm glad there was no cameras in that part of my house. Anyway, I didn't grab any of that Pat McGrath stuff, so I'm not gonna be able to do a ranking of all my Pat McGrath products, which I kind of had, I think I had mentioned it. Somebody had commented that they'd like to see that. And I have to push back using those until I can be downstairs on a regular basis, which I'm hoping as soon as I get the plates in, my leg will feel a lot more stable, my ankle will feel a lot more stable, which is a big improvement because it doesn't feel stable right now. I don't feel them sliding around as much as I did the first few days, but first few days, every time I shifted, I could feel the bones adjust. It's bad. I should probably have put a trigger warning in this video before I started talking about it. As soon as I get the cast on, I think I'll be able to hang out downstairs a little bit more, which means I can start to use that. I want to get the plates on it, get it stable, and then get their temporary bandages off, and then they'll cast it at 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. Today, that this video is going up, I will be under the knife. I'm not pre-filming too far in advance, but a little bit. All right, I feel like I might have gotten a little smudgy under there, and I feel like maybe this Tower 28 mascara might be getting to the end of its shelf life. I grabbed a few that I already had opened, knowing that if I can't go downstairs for a few months, then at least I've got stuff that I can use up, hopefully. Okay, I do have, trying to get some of that balm off my lips. I do have the lip liner that came with her My Dream palette kit. This is, I think, the one that's Natasha. I feel like they're both, yeah, this is the one that's Natasha. Let's see if this is dark enough for me right now. Yeah, it's pretty light. Finishing that up. I feel like that's kind of like my lips, but better. It's about the color of my natural lips, maybe a little bit darker. I don't know that that's my favorite for the lipstick I'm gonna use. I have a darker one. Let's see if I can read. I can't read it, but it's one of those that she came out when she came out with her. It wasn't the I Need a Rose, but it was like the new improved I Need a Nude. We're gonna try this one instead. Just a touch darker. It's also a neutral, you know, kind of neutral toned. And I'm trying to read it, but I can't read it. I can't read the label on it right now. Sorry. Like I said, I grabbed a whole selection of lip liners, but I forgot to grab an actual lipstick. I didn't forget. I couldn't find the one I was looking for, and I think I have like one of the Alley Glines bags that have all my Natasha, my Natasha lipsticks in it, and I think it was across the room. This is one from Dominique Cosmetics. I think that's too warm. You know what? With the cool tone lip liner, it's actually not bad. I'll probably have to find a lip gloss or something anyway. Put over the top of it. Let's put a little face powder on. I have never tried a Natasha Denona face powder before. And I thought about grabbing my Pat McGrath one, and then I didn't because, you know, all my other Pat McGrath stuff is sitting down there. So I'm using one from Too Faced, and it's one that I haven't used in a long time, but I knew it wasn't going to be too glowy, and I felt like a lot of the powders I've been using have been very, very shiny. And I don't want to do my makeup and then look like I've been out sweating, so we're going to do this. I feel like I need a little bit more blush. I feel like this one is going to give me a little bit too much coral. Do I do coral blush? I'm going to do it. The other one that I brought up here, the blush is very, very shiny. Now let's just put on some of this corally pink blush. That's not bad. That helped a little bit, I think. I just felt like I needed a little bit more definition in my face. I need to bring out my new face. I actually brought that upstairs. I was doing so good using that, and the whole dieting thing and exercise. Stupid ankle makes that more challenging. All right, I think that's okay. This is pretty much the sum total of the makeup I grabbed downstairs yesterday. Camera just fell off its perch, so hopefully I got you about in the same position. Oh yeah, I got a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray that I grabbed. I have one other setting spray, but it's with the stuff that I've been using every day. Ready for something different. A week of using the same exact limited set of makeup has made me appreciate my vast collection. All right, you guys, I'm gonna spray a little bit of this on. Do I have a fan in here? I didn't bring a fan in here. Put all this stuff in this little pouch, and we'll just see how it looks after getting it all zipped up here. So I'm gonna throw in brushes. I'm trying to get things in, and it looks like I've already gotten a smear of makeup on this inside. Okay, where'd the palette go? I saw her have the palette in the thing. Oh yeah, that works. Okay. I'm getting there, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna lift this up because I want you to see what this looks like, how I have it right now, and then we'll discuss. Okay, so I've got my brushes all snapped in. I'm sorry, that took a little bit longer for me to get that in there. I've got them all snapped in. I have already gotten makeup right there on the back of that, which means this is gonna get dirty for me. I'm kind of accident prone anyway. But I feel like this is still deep enough. So I think what I'm gonna do when I zip it up is I'll put my primer and my setting spray on this side. Let's just see. Well, because I'm holding it up, I'm not gonna do that. I've got my foundation, the Pat McGrath powder in here, my lipstick, my bronzer stick, my mascara, and my concealer in this middle pouch. And then on this side, I've got her palette, which is her midi size palette, a 4-pan blush, the quad blushes. And I've got like, I think 4 different pencils of some kind. A couple eyeliners and a couple lip liners is what I have in here. So let me throw this, throwing this in. I'm throwing it on the side with the brushes, because I feel like that one has the one that has more room on it. And that's what it looks like before I zip it up. Cute little fob on here that has ND, and that fits nicely. I don't feel like it's bulging. It feels relatively lightweight. Is this enough for a full travel set for me? I feel like I've got a whole, I clearly have a whole full face of makeup in there, and maybe a little bit more than that. Is it enough for me to have like all of my other toiletries, all my skincare, my hair care products, toothbrush, all that kind of stuff? I think it just depends on what you take with you and whether or not you are gonna use like the little foil pouches for shampoo and conditioner, hair products and stuff like that. A little travel size thing of toothpaste, probably. Toothbrush, yeah. Razor, sure. A full regimen of everything, probably not. So maybe good for an overnight, like very minimal, like you don't need a lot, or a full face of makeup. I feel like I got everything I needed in here. I'm not unhappy. And this feels really, really luxurious. When I first saw the ink spots, I wasn't really sure I'd love it, but here's the thing for me. I'm a fountain pen lover. I have a big collection of fountain pens. And this kind of reminds me of that. It reminds me of the ink stains on your fingers, or you know, when you first get a fresh cartridge of ink, especially if you hand fill your own ink cartridges. I don't know if you do that or not. If I'm the only one weirdo that does that, but anyway, it kind of reminds me of that. So it's sort of nostalgic for me. Kind of has a little bit of an 80s vibe. I think Natasha and I are roughly the same age. Let me find out here. Let me Google, because I feel like it's one of the reasons why I like her and Charlotte and some of those other ones. She is, yeah, we're about the same age. I think her birthday's, she's a Virgo, which is nice. I think it's my moon sign. She's 52 and I will be 52 in a few weeks. All right, you guys, I hope you guys are doing really well. I hope this was interesting for you. Thank you for hanging out with me and listening to me ramble about the band and leg and everything else other than just this travel kit. I enjoyed putting on makeup that I haven't used in a while, and I think I look all right. Yeah, I'm gonna be all right for today. I mean, even though it's a simple look, it's gonna be completely appropriate for what I'm gonna go do. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing really well, and I hope you guys consider sticking around until my next video. Bye for now.